Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Drew, and we got another EA College Football 25 video for you guys today. And today in this video, we are going to be focusing on something new that EA is bringing to the game called abilities. Now, if you guys didn't get a chance to watch the official deep gameplay dive, they introduced that there is going to be a new wave of abilities that you can use in this year's game. Now, it will be a little similar to Madden, but it's not going to be as overpowered as the X Factor abilities, as not all the abilities in the EA College Football game are going to be guaranteed. It depends on what type of game it is, it depends when in the game it is, and like I said, it's not always guaranteed. So we are going to go over my top abilities. I'll do a tier list. We're not going to go over all of them because there's so many that we got. I believe we got over 20 badges that we kind of already saw, whether it was from screenshots or just kind of badges that you can kind of put some common sense to. But we're going to take a look at my top best badges that I think that you can see in this game. Now, before we get started into this video, I want to give you guys a deep dive on a new series that I'm going to be starting called Subscriber Dynasty. And the signups for this are coming to an end soon, so if you haven't got a chance to get in, make sure that you guys are getting your players in. But without further ado, Subscriber Dynasty is a series based on you guys, the viewers and subscribers, and I'm going to be building a team based off of the player that you tell me to make. Now, all you have to do to sign up is you have to comment your player, his name, his looks, his appearance, everything that you want me to know about his player. Now, if you want to be a for sure lock in season number 1, all you have to do is become a channel member. But for those of you who don't want to become a channel member and just want a chance to be in it, you can drop your name in the comments still, subscribe, and you can have a chance to be in our wheel spin to either be in season 1 or the future seasons to come. Now, if you don't make it in season number 1, you definitely will be put in the recruiting class so we can get you on the squad in the future years. But everybody is going to have an equal chance. But if you're a channel member, you automatically secure your spot for season number 1. So make sure that you guys sign up for that. Make sure that you guys subscribe and like this video. And let's go ahead and get into my top badges that you can use in this year's game. Now, before we get started with my top 5 list, I do want to give a few honorable mentions to the first badge called Workhorse. So we are able to see this badge in the deep gameplay dive, and it is a slight protection from wear and tear effects when colliding with other players. So in my opinion, I think this is going to be a huge badge, especially with the ability of the wear and tear being in this game. You're going to have a lot of injuries and a lot of depth issues if you don't have this badge on a player. It could hurt your team, but if you want to make sure that your top players are staying in the game, staying healthy, and not being really affected so much by the wear and tear system, Workhorse is definitely going to keep that option open for you to keep your players in longer. Now, the second option is going to be the Option King badge, which gives you a slight accuracy boost on quick pitches. Now, this will increase to ultimate speed / accuracy and wear and tear protection at the platinum level. Now, all these badges kind of surround new things that are being in the game. For instance, the wear and tear system, the speed of the game, and honestly, the option has gotten a lot of improvement, and it is something that has been talked about being overpowered in the game. So I think having this badge definitely is going to provide a very useful skill for you during every game. So with that being said, those are my 2 honorable mentions, but let's go ahead and get into it. The top 5 list, starting at number 5. This is a badge I probably normally wouldn't put on here, but like I said, I'm trying to keep stuff in the game that is newer and going to be more impactful. We got Clutch Kicker. Now, this is going to make it easier to time your accuracy on a late field goal and possibly even just distractions in the game. Now, we've heard from people who got to play the game that this game is extremely hard, especially when kicking the ball. The meter's new and it's going to be a learning curve. I've heard a lot of people say it's not going to be just chip shot field goals every single time. You actually have to have good timing and good accuracy with everything that you do. So Clutch Kicker is going to be a very valuable badge for you, especially since college kickers aren't the best out there. You might get a few good ones here and there, but they're pretty young, they're inaccurate, they're inexperienced, and definitely when you're playing in these crazy stadiums when the game's on the line, you definitely need that clutch factor. So Clutch Kicker is going to be my number 5 on the list. Next up on the list, we have the Headstrong badge. Now, this is going to be a crazy badge for all you players that are using pretty new quarterbacks into the league, man. For all those freshmen and sophomores who maybe haven't had a chance to play a big game yet, they're definitely going to need this badge called Headstrong. But most notably, you're going to see this in some of your elite quarterbacks who might be juniors or seniors that have kind of been around, had a chance to get some games under their belt. Headstrong is the ability to have a resistant to the stadium pulse effects as a road quarterback. Now, we all know how difficult it is for quarterbacks to play on the road, and it's been a key factor that EA has tried to put in this game to make this game feel as real as possible. Now, we've seen players shine at the biggest stages, but we've also seen them crumble when the lights turn on and they're on the road, and especially like a place like Happy Valley or Death Valley, man, you definitely don't want to be on the road and not have good composure. So Headstrong is going to be a great badge to use for all those young and old quarterbacks, and it's honestly going to help keep you in the game and have a lot of composure going forward. Next up on the list, we got arguably one of my favorite badges in the game, and I believe it is going to be Ball Hawk. Now, this gives you an improved break on a throwing pass as a cornerback and probably even a safety. Now, where this could get a little bit cheesy is if you have the ability to put this on a linebacker. So I know a lot of us who play Madden and even college football, you love to be a user, you love to use the safeties and the linebackers, and having this ability to have an improved kind of sense of when the quarterback's going to throw a ball and get an extra jump on it is going to be crazy big for your program, especially if you have elite players. Now, I know we got a chance to see a quarterback jump the ball in the deep gameplay dive, and I know we're probably going to see a lot of ball hawking safeties. So in my opinion, having the ability to kind of get that sense of having a veteran leadership or veteran IQ and just kind of know when that ball is going to be thrown and having the ability to jump it and make a big play is going to be huge for your defense. Now, defense is probably one of my favorite things to do when playing a football game, and I know for me personally, when I get a pick, it gets me more hyped than if I get a sack. So I am definitely going to be looking for players that possibly have this badge when it comes to recruiting. But like I said, this is my personal list, but I definitely think Ball Hawk is going to be a really good badge, especially for those lockdown corners and those ball hawking safeties. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is a badge that we could see on a linebacker, or do you think it's mostly going to stay on a corner or a safety? I'm telling you right now, if it gets put on a linebacker, man, it could be over. But let me know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. Next up on the list, coming in at number 2, we have another quarterback badge called Clearheaded. Now, we know that this is going to be on the quarterbacks, but this also could be on other players too, like running backs and possibly wide receivers, but it hasn't been for sure shown yet in a game. Now, what Clearheaded does is it protects a player from losing their composure. Now, we know how big composure is in the game, and it has a big ability on making you win or lose a game. Now, they do have the wear and tear system, and they do have a composure system. So if your composure is low, then your player is going to probably not do the best to their abilities. But if their composure is high, you're going to see them ball out and do things that they would normally do in practice and things that they just know that they're capable of doing. So having the ability to kind of stop your player from losing composure is a huge factor for your team. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the different levels of it look like on Platinum compared to Bronze, but I can only imagine how good this could be for a player who's on Platinum. They probably might not even have the ability to get rattled or get composed, unlike if you have Bronze or if you don't have it at all. So I think just with the new stuff that we've seen in this game, this is definitely going to be a huge badge and is going to play a vital role for your Dynasty teams or even your Road to Glory player. Next up, we got our number 1 badge, and this has been talked about a lot, whether it's been on other streamers' pages and just even on the deep dive gameplay about field general. Now, playing a quarterback is probably, if not the hardest position to play in college football or even football in that matter, and it takes a lot of guts and a lot of IQ to play this position. So when you're able to kind of read a defense and see things a little bit more clearly, that can not only help you, but it can also help your team take your talents to the next level. So in field general, you can see pre-snap tells before the defense even has anything going. It allows you to kind of understand what's going to happen before it even happens. Now, we saw this with Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck. They are going to be able to kind of tell what is going on and kind of be able to have the ability to change things at the line. So when you have this ability to do that, you can not only kind of keep the defense on edge, but you also can give your offense a better advantage of scoring a touchdown and even winning the game. So when you have the ability to kind of see what's at stake and what's coming up, there shouldn't be any reason that you should lose a game. And having the control to dictate a defense and control your offense on every single snap is going to play a huge factor in you winning games. Now, we did have a chance to see how this badge works in the Platinum, and I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good, man. So I would definitely say that this has got to be one of the best badges in the game, and it might be the best badge that we have. But like I said, there's 80 badges on there, and this is just my personal top 5. But like I said, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm gonna leave the top 10 or the top 80 list on here. Let me know what you guys think. Look around at the badges. Let me know what you guys think that they mean. I know that we don't have a full understanding of every badge that's in the game, but I think we can kind of get a gist of what they are and what they do. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know what kind of badges you want to put on your Road to Glory player, or what kind of badges you want to see in your recruitment for your Dynasty. But overall, I am extremely excited for this game. But also, don't forget, if you are interested in the subscriber Dynasty, make sure that you guys comment your players down below, and we will get you guys on the list and possibly have you earn a roster spot for season number 1, man. But we are almost there, fellas. We're almost to the drop of this game. It's getting closer and closer every day. Drop in the comments what you're most excited for. What's the first team that you're gonna hop on in a play now mode? But as always, it's your boy Drew. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you're new, and hopefully we will get another update soon, and we will catch you in the next EA College Football 25 update.